Dirty. Dirty, stinky, smelly ass. Woo! See this smell ass. Woo! Dirty, stinky, smelly. You witch, you bastard, son of a bitch. Oh, son of a bitch. You bastard. Oh. Look at this. You witch. Open your dirty mouth. That witch mouth. Let me see. Woo! This one is a motherfucker. You come from the dirty room, from the dirty dick to the dirty pussy and dirty ass.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد لا السماء لم يلد ولم يولد كل كفوا أحد.
Dirty dick, dirty pussy.
السماء لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. قل هو الله أحد لا السماء لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله.
Witch, look. Witch. Look at everywhere, stink. Dirt everywhere. Stink. You motherfucker.
Yes, that's the kind of life I've been through all my life. The kind of abuse. My people, my children, or human beings. I've never insulted no one. I always glorified Allah, the most holy glorified Allah. Because in Allah, I find beauty and peace. I've never harmed nobody. And I never intended any psychological, physical mutilation, psychological mutilation or physical mutilation of others. I do explain it is ayahs. I interpret these ayahs in their purity that men and women, the same way you desire peace and harmony to your own self, to your own children, you should dispense it to those around you in order to avoid confrontations. Because here I am, I was sitting here, and the ladies start throwing very unkind words to me. Why? I ask myself, why? Why is it so? Why is it so that other human beings see other fellow human beings as dirty, this and that? For your information, my creations, human beings, is that if a person, what the lady saw earlier on throwing this, that, whatever at me, insult, these are things can cause cancer in such a human being. Because he has hate towards me. And then the angels ask, where does that hate, that hate, her own body asks her, why? Why do you do these things to this man? Why? That way, because the body in which she stands is origin Islam. So it will, in return, her body, cell by cell, those are cells that produce every muscle tissue in her body, will mutate into cancer cells. they've been going to, but they will start mutating because the hate is a disease. It's an evil thing. Hate is a disease. When you hate others, if that mango tree hated every human being on this planet, or everyone in that compound next across the nobody will even sit under that tree. But it does produce whatever it does in the most holy, beautiful region of Islam, and it gives the shade and fruit. But if it did hate, it would even produce things that are very poisonous to human beings to unable to survive. So if a woman comes out of her mind and say, hey, in fact, she threw something into it, if that thing had it would have ruptured whatever, would have kind of ended up bleeding. But Allah protected me, my angels protected me. But this is hate of Islam. And you ask human beings, my people, human beings, why do you hate the region from which we are created? That these Africans, some of them do go even to war and hug other human beings with machetes because of their way that they think they should spill the blood of others. Why? I show you a tree. There's a mango tree right over there. It has fruits on it. You can go and sit under the shade of it. And with that, you'll be able to enjoy the shade. And if the mangoes were ripe, you could even eat a mango. What if it says, okay, you say Uganda, you say you're Christian, you can pick a mango from the cross. Can you do that? A mango that a cross which is on which Jesus is pinned, can it produce a succulent fruit? If it doesn't, these are holy, divine interpretations of the pure, true religion for men and women from which they were created. You rather shed blood of one another, you dirty sick men and women, or follow the true religion which says, yeah, I'm a mango tree with fruit. You can sit under whatever my shade. I can be very generous and throw a ripe mango over and you pick it up and eat. But you cannot sit under the whatever, under the cross, even if we had to put a cross on the side of the wall and whatever, and start asking the cross, hey, can I pick a fruit from a live fruit from your mango? You wouldn't do it, would you? You wouldn't get a fruit from a mango, a cross on the, a cross on the, you wouldn't get a fruit from a mango or orange from a cross, would you? If that is the case, my people, wake up from the seizure of foolishness and drunkenness. Alcohol is a disease, a very deadly disease, which can destroy brains of women and men if they are not careful. In the 11th centuries that we looked at, men embarked on wars, genocide after genocide, Holocaust after Holocaust, where this Holocaust committed against the trees, but today, in this day and time, there are Holocaust committed against the environment. Men chopping off branches of trees, saying we are militant, burning whatever they come across, putting fire on whatever they come across. Do you know why? Because they believe that this whatever courage of desiring and getting what you call making what you call this is what a courage of whereby men and women derive pleasure from tormenting acts of wickedness. Tormenting acts of wickedness. A woman walks and she thinks she's a terrorist. You are a terrorist against the environment, against the trees, against the true religion of the trees. If you're so whatever, why would you take water and wash your face? If why don't you wash in the blood of Jesus then? My people, human beings, The environment is not an enemy to you, but human beings, you are enemies to your own self, your own brains, your own souls. That's what I said. A human body can easily mutate and become infested with tumors after tumor in every cell of that person because of what is in their heart. Because the heart is infested with disease of hate. The blood dies and says, okay, you say you're Christian, let every drop of that what you look when you look on the cross, let what inside you as a person who believes in the blood of Jesus being God, let your blood to die. So you become infested with cancer tumors. Every blood cell mutate into a cancer tumor or a tumor, a cell, a cancer cell. So you die. My people, when I speak of Islam, I speak about Islam and the beauty of Islam, not with hate. Not with the head. I wanted to show you the environment in the places where I am, how men and women view me. When I speak of Islam, they take me to be the enemy to human beings, but I'm not. Men and women who consume alcohol, men and women who are not aware of themselves, they will think to one another that you are enemies to one another. No. My people, I'm not an enemy to human beings. And I've never manufactured any nuclear weapon. I've never manufactured any gun. And I've never crafted a knife. But those women, and one of the women who was pointing one day, she said, I'll cut you into 1,000 pieces. Live here, it wasn't recorded, but she said it again and again and again. And I asked, why? What have I done? This culture whereby men find psychological and physical mutation of others in an entertainment thing. It's a dirty thing for your children. Very, very dirty, because if that child can or watch this kind of whatever, they can easily turn around. For instance, let me go back to this and show you how deadly looking at the picture of Jesus on the wall, either of your church or whatever. When you look at the picture of Jesus, his arms stretched on or pinned on the cross, stripped naked, to a child, that child's soul dies. Do you know why? Because it's a tormenting thing to look at another human being in that kind of state, whereby a man is dripping with blood, a crown of thorn on his head, and his arms are stretched and he's naked. To a child, the soul of a child is always, souls of children are still young. They are still, that child, when she looks at that, she'll die. She'll run out of that body, and whatever that remains on this planet would be something that she will commit same acts, because she'll say, if they can crucify a man, what if I did that to my... For instance, if children will be praying in the compound, but because they see that every day in their churches, a child will pick a brick and hit it to their either brother. Says, hey, we show that picture of Jesus on the cross. Me, I thought I can do that to me too. I can do that to throw a brick on your head, on my brother's head. So my people, these things you people in your human capacity take them to be light, but they're not. They're not. They're not light things. If you want to keep your children in good health and in a sane whatever, take this what you call witchcraft or whatever out of these children's minds, so that you can have children who respects you. Here, in the country where I am, if you wake up a child and say, I've killed you. I killed you for the breakfast. I killed you for the lunch. I killed you for the whatever. I want you to... They've learned they pick some words from the Holy Quran, and they use them to do vulgar and dirty things. Some of these words are picked from either whatever. and they do dirty things upon their own mothers and fathers. Can you imagine in the future if this is the kind of way of life to men and women on planet Earth you are riding into? Your children, you have no inheritance, proper inheritances for your children. What you have are either guns and new weapons of mass destruction in your warehouses around the world. And hate. When you look at an African and say, even here in Africa, when I look like a black, when I walk in Africa as a black man, they say, oh, you go back there. Yeah. That's because the woman who was fighting me, I appeared to her as a black man. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Human beings, if you could, that is the chicken there. Let's see the chicken there with its chicks. They live, they've been scratching the ground, they pick whatever. The same way, if you find me, I wouldn't just come out of me and start saying to the chicken, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna. What? Why? That chicken is entitled to look after its chicks, produce whatever it produces in one of the most holy, beautiful region of Islam. Isn't that so? If you are to listen to a little chick as whatever, it will say, Allah, those little chicks that you call chicken. It will never use any other. Those animals and whatever, they don't know anything else apart from one whole little beautiful religion. And that is Islam. They know only one religion, the true religion, which does not discriminate against the one true religion, and that is Islam. It's only men and women who say, we are Pentecost, we are militant Christians, we are Ahmadiyya, we are Qadian, we are descendant. If you are to walk in a forest like Amazon, there are trees, thousands of trees, but they all sing one tune. The beauty of Islam, the most holy, beautiful religion of Islam. That's why they stand on a single stem like this and say, Islam is the most holy, beautiful religion. Why? The Amazon is the only remaining whatever on planet Earth that sucks the green gas that man produces back into, and at the same time produces food for human beings. My people, which favors of Allah will you deny? Which favors of Allah will you deny? Would you deny that... Anyway, I went to that far, but I just wanted to show you that a woman almost hit me with a stone. And I say, why? Why? What have I done? Because I always talk about Islam. I always put on my azan. That's the only song I know. That is the only song I know in my head. That's what gives me beauty. If you find your Christian slaughtering, and she see time and time again, she says, I'll slaughter you, I'll cut you into 1,000 pieces. I say, why? What have I done? If that is what you are giving to your children, I say, I'm looking forward to see how you do manage with children whom you've trained from a very young age, who say, I'll kill you this morning, I'll kill you in the evening, I'll kill you. No. Your father, your great father Adam, never used that kind of language. So with that, I said to you, human beings, I'm not an enemy to human beings. Neither Mother Planet Earth is not an enemy to human beings. But if you trample over others because you think you are a militant pastor, I say, maybe you don't know what life is all about. Life is a religion. Life is a religion. And that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.